Hello, Dimensional Talent Stream Nation. This is Valerie coming back to you, of course, again with Dimensional Talent Streams. Today, I have another exciting guest that I want to introduce to everyone here. Her name is Amy from Holistic Wellness. She is going to be in the house today talking to us about wellness and doing it from a very holistic and natural approach. She's going to talk to us about some amazing and exciting stuff about just overall wellness, why it's so important in every area of our life, but particularly for entrepreneurs, business owners, online marketers, how our overall wellness affects, our business performance as well. And so she's got a neat little thing as well called the three brains. I don't want to give it away, but stay tuned and let's jump in and hear from Miss Amy once again from Holistic Wellness. Welcome, Amy, and thank you for being a part and being with us, the Dimensional Talent Stream Nation, today.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah, excellent. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Amy, your background, how you got into holistic, wellness. What is holistic wellness?
Yes.
And just how you got into pursuing this as a business.
Yes, I believe that being mentally healthy is just as important as being physically healthy.
Yeah.
So realizing that so many people are just go, 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 and they're not paying attention to their mental health. And even if you're working out and feeling good physically, if you're not mentally okay, that's why it's like mental wellness. We need to prep and prime our bodies so we never get that illness. It's just like our immune system, keep their immunity up, and then you never get the sickness.
Right.
So, yeah, it really led me to this because my mother, it goes back to 2005. My parents went on a cruise to celebrate their wedding anniversary, and she didn't want to worry about taking her antidepressants. And she went off of her medication for 10 days and came back, was back to life, back to reality. She started taking her medication again, and the chemical imbalance and the side effects of going off that harsh medication caused her to take her own life.
Oh, wow.
It was just a devastating shock of a lifetime. We
Mm,
had no idea. She hid it so well. No one knew that she was having problems. And now it's my mission and message to tell people it's okay to be on it and talk about it, be vulnerable, and keep the conversation going,
right.
and add the holistic solutions on there. And if you are in that state of mind that you think that you might need that, let's work on it first, to have the holistic solutions first and see how your body is feeling better without those side effects.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's really a sensitive area for me as well because where I have been in the healthcare industry for over 20 plus years and I've served in every area of healthcare. I mean, healthcare is such a world in its own, but I've done the IT side of the house, the enrollment and billing, so more of the administrative side, and then I branched off into the clinical side. Behavioral health, I've done that for about, 6, 7 years. So I really get it, with that community and that area where we are afflicted with various illnesses from the depression to manic depression, bipolar. So I've dealt with that. And so that really is, I echo that with you. And I think that was one of the attractions that I had with you is the whole, not only the healthcare, but the holistic approach as well. Just that approach and just hearing your testimony and how you got into where you are today. So tell us about holistic wellness. What does that look like? I know we've heard that term a lot for a number of years. But everybody's approach to it is different. Their
Yeah,
definition of it is different.
my,
So for
my definition,
you,
yeah.
yeah, what does that look like for
My
you?
definition of holistic is no toxins and chemicals in or on my body or in my home.
Mm,
So I started about 6 years ago, and it was the good 10 years after my mother had passed. it was when my grandmother, her mom, my mom's mom passed. And that's when I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have that strong mother figure on this earth now. And I felt myself spiraling out of control. I was like,
Yeah.
what am I going to do? I need to help myself figure out natural solutions. So
Mm,
that's when I found essential oils, and I was able to put it on different places of my body and have affirmations and do certain little things. And then I started helping others. And I was like,
excellent.
oh, I can do this. I love this. And I love that it was plants grown from the earth. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, we can heal ourselves from headaches to a bite or sting or anything with tea tree and peppermint and ginger. And then there's different blends like joy, tap joy in your heart and just have those positive affirmations that this too shall pass kind of thing. Um,
Right. Right.
and yeah, so then I was like, okay, I was working with just developmentally disabled adults, and it was the same field that my mother was in. So I always wanted to have that connection with her. So I stayed in it for 18 years.
Mm,
And then I was like, okay, COVID hit and it wasn't the same anymore. On Zoom, I couldn't have that connection and bond with them.
right.
And I said, okay, this is the time. Like, if I'm going to get out of this field, what would I do next?
Mhm.
And that's when I decided that I wanted to tell my mom's story, to still have that connection with her, to help others get through everyday life. Life is hard.
Yeah.
We have losses everywhere, especially in 2020 and 21.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I need to do this, like for my personal growth
Hmm.
and for the giving back to others to help my mom's story come to something good, you know?
Right, right. So
Uh,
beautiful. So beautiful. I just see your heart. Your heart is so full of love and just the humility that I see just oozing out of you. The gift of compassion that you have that is just my breath is taken away, and I'm just so honored to be able to meet you. You and I met through Alignable,
yeah,
and have been conversing. So for our audience that wanted to know how we connect and where we met, that's how, which is a online platform of business owners and entrepreneurs that kind of connect, foster relationship, kind of get their word out about what they do and their passions. And that's how Amy and I have met. So
yeah,
talk to us a little bit more about, now you mentioned, so what do you do holistically? I heard a lot of things in what you said, and I want to kind of take my time and pick them apart because I really want people to glean and just really feel and sense what I sense right now, which is your heart, that huge heart, that compassion, and the gift of healing. That
yeah,
really oozes from you right now. I mean, I'm holding back my tears, and I really want our audience to kind of feel that. So I want to kind of pick your brain a little bit more and just pull on you and take our time with this. Talk to us a little bit. I heard you mention your routine. You kind of came into a routine as to what you needed to do for yourself to pull yourself out of some things with the situation and circumstances that you came across with your mom. Talk to us a little bit more about that, what that looked like for you. How did you pull yourself out of it? What tools did you use as far from a holistic approach, and anything else that you want to share with us today?
yeah. When it first happened, this is 16 years ago now, no one talked about it. We kind of just kept going and didn't really heal and work on it. Nobody talked about depression and anxiety and suicide.
Mm,
So it was, gosh, I don't even remember any talking about it at all. We went to counseling a few times, but it was just like, this isn't helping.
mhm.
And then realizing that what that people don't have those avenues to talk about it, that we need to bring it up now.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to be there for people. And after my life coaching program um, last year in winter, COVID in winter, it really hit me hard after not having that 9 to 5 for
Hmm.
18 years, that
Hmm.
distractions, you know? So that's when it really hit me like, oh my gosh, I really don't feel like myself.
Yeah.
And I was working 3 jobs for years because I never wanted to be alone. I thought my mom was alone that day. I don't ever want to be alone. And
Interesting.
now, through going through all this process of inner peace and love, that I enjoy my alone time now. It's
Right.
amazing that
Yeah.
mindset shift of like, okay, I do like being alone and it's okay. It's okay to be sad and feel all the feels and work through it. So when I was feeling this in December, I was like, oh gosh, I feel like there's something else going on here. Is this depression? Like I don't feel like I've ever had it this like this before.
Hmm.
So my friend introduced me to what she was taking, and it was plant-based holistic solutions that were for stress, anxiety, tension, and depression. And I was like, okay, let me read into this and get more information before I put something in my body. So I went on a 3-day course with the chief scientist
Hmm.
that created all of these.
Wow.
And like, okay, he sat down and had dinner with us every night. Like he's a true down to earth, integrity loving person. Like you can just feel it. Like I was like, okay, this is good. So I started taking the Mood Plus, and it's specific plants, and they take the whole thing from the root to the stem to the leaves, and they
Okay.
make this amazing supplements now. And I'm like, okay, this is good. So then I got into it more, and he created one called Minta Sync. It is
Hmm.
for your gut health.
Okay.
That's when I really was like, okay, gut health is so important because I've taken different probiotics over the years and you don't realize what you're actually taking. If it's
Hmm.
not for the specific needs that you need, then it's what's the point if it's not working?
Right.
So this was specific strands of prebiotic, probiotic, and phytobiotics that
Interesting.
there were specific for stress, anxiety, and depression in your gut. So you're clearing that in your gut, and it's clearing it in your brain.
Oh, oh,
I
say
was
that
like,
again. Say
my
that
gosh.
again. So I
Yeah.
want to backtrack here because, with what
Ah,
mindset is so huge. I mean, I cannot say enough about mindset. And you know just as well as I do. And as business owners, not even business only, in every area of our life, how critical the mind is.
yes.
So I wrote a book, I want to say like mid to late last year, on the heart. And
Mm.
it's called Ancient Paths of the Heart. It's in its second editing stage. And as a matter of fact, I'm working on the book cover as we speak.
Oh, cool.
So that heart and now the mind connection, I'm kind of looking at the mind, very fascinated with the mind as well. But what you just said, you mentioned about three forms of probiotics. Correct me if I'm wrong. And
Yes.
one of those strands can actually help with our whole mind.
Yes. To have them all in one powder, the probiotic,
Mhm.
prebiotic, and phytobiotic that is clearing your gut microbiome, and learning that there's 95% of serotonin, the happy hormone
Mhm.
that
Yes.
people are taking antidepressants for. It's just masking the pain. It's not getting to the root
Right.
problem and fixing it. That's my big thing of, oh my gosh, let's get to the root of any problem
Mhm.
and work through it. So once I cleared my gut, then I've always been like a little gassy and bloated, but I didn't
Mhm.
know that I could do anything about it except for not eat those foods that made it happen.
Right.
So once I started taking this, I was like, okay, this is helping my brain fog. And so it's called Fundamentals. It's a supplement called Focus for the brain,
Mhm.
Biotics for your gut, and Sync to sync it all together. And then they added one for the heart. So 3 brains have it all connected and happy and going in your everyday life is forever life changing.
I love that. I love that. This is the nerdy side of me.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much. No, there's so much science backed by it that I'm not like the scientist, but I've
Uh-huh.
watched the videos of him talking about this, and they're just like, oh my gosh, it's just amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Talk about more about that three brains for us. So let's dissect this a little bit more. So what are the three brains so that we're all clear?
Yes. So your mind,
Hmm.
your gut is second, and the heart.
And your
And
heart.
yeah, studies have now shown that the heart is the body's third brain, connecting approximately 40,000 neurons that can sense, feel, learn, and remember.
Hmm.
Similar to the gut brain axis, the heart and brain are also closely connected via the heart and brain axis. It is just amazing. The heart sends messages to the brain
Yes.
about what it needs and how the body feels and so much more. And it affects every system of our body. So the
Yeah,
brain, the
when I
nervous
think
system.
about when I
Yeah.
think about the heart alone, with my healthcare background, what I was so fascinated with the heart is the blood flow of the heart. And one of the things that even they teach you, let's go real basic to phlebotomy, for example, they teach you the blood flow of the heart and how the heart is divided and the different chambers. And so when you think about that, and you think about all the diseases that we have just with the heart alone, congestive heart failure, high blood pressure, clogged arteries. And I just think of, what you're talking about of the three brains, it just is phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah. And how it's all connected and it affects different systems of our body, from the nervous system to the cardiovascular system, the immune system. It just goes on and on. It's
Wow. Wow. And they called it the three brains, the mind, the gut, and the heart. And
Mhm.
so there is one kind of probiotic that targets these three areas.
Yes.
Okay. And what is the name of that product?
Mintabiotics.
Menta Biotics.
Yeah, I can send you the link. It's about a 3-4 minute video, and
Yeah,
it
I would
just
love that. I would love
explains it
that.
so well
Mhm.
to everyone, like down to earth terms, you know.
Right, right. So is this in like a powdered form and you just throw it, how do you consume it?
You can put it, it's powder. I just put it in about an inch of water and just
Hmm.
shake it up.
Hmm.
You could put it in more water, you could put it in your smoothie, you could put it in yogurt,
Hmm.
whatever you want to get it down.
That is awesome. Love that. All
Yeah.
right. So, Miss Amy, so when you took this probiotic, that helps our three brains, what did you notice right away for you that was a shift and that you noticed it right away for the better?
Yes, I noticed that I can try different foods that I hadn't had in a while.
Hmm.
And like friends came over and said, "Oh, we're gonna make quesadillas." And I was like, "Oh gosh, I haven't had quesadilla in years." I'm like gluten-free, dairy-free, like all this stuff. And I was like, "Well, I've been on this for a while. Like, well, let's see what happens," kind of thing. And the difference that I really noticed is I wasn't gassy and bloated, and it just naturally came out the next day. Like everybody poops. It's okay to talk about it. Like
Right, right,
naturally came out.
right, right.
So that's the biggest thing that I noticed, and just helping my brain fog. It just really taking it consistently. I
Hmm.
noticed because when I first started, like in December, I let it run out, and then I was
Hmm.
like, "Let's see if this really is working," kind of thing. And I
Yeah.
felt the difference, and I was like, "Okay, I need to go back. I need to get on it and stay consistently." And then that's when you really notice the difference. It's really
Excellent. So how about energy and so how about your energy level with it?
I feel pretty good. There's an energy drink that they have also that there's Energy Plus and there's one called Edge. It's for
Hmm.
mood, motivation, and metabolism.
Okay.
So Amari has made this amazing drink. It's Dr. Sean Talbot is the chief scientist, and it's mango leaf, leche fruit, and palm fruit extract.
Okay.
Adding this, they call it stacking. Adding Edge has completely upped the game with everything also, because you have
Wow.
that to want to get up and want to do meditation and yoga and some kind of movement and stillness in my body every day. Like I feel like everybody needs that just
Sure.
to stay sane also and to get
Sure.
outside and be in nature and connect
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
grounding and all that. There's so many different things and aspects to have it all balanced and growing. And sleep, there's just so many things to keep it to keep your body well.
Excellent. Excellent.
What
So
happened?
tell us a little bit more about, so what does your routine, now that you have this discovery in your life, you've kind of gone, you've taken tragedy with what happened with your mom and turned that around for self-discovery, kind of reinventing yourself, and it's furthered your journey with wanting to help other people, just with, nutrition wise, health wise, and just overall being. Tell us now what your routine looks like for starting your day.
Yes, when I stay consistent on a routine, I feel the best. When I wake up and do meditation right away,
Okay.
I put on essential oils in different places of my body and say affirmations, and then do some kind of stretching if I don't have time to do a full yoga
Mhm.
video or something like that. And I always get my Mood Plus and energy um, from Edge. It's Edge and Mood are my two top ones that I get in the morning, and then taking the prebiotic, phytobiotic, that meant to think. That was my next three: meant to think, meant to focus, and antibiotics. So just having a good morning routine, and then making a protein smoothie.
Excellent. Oh, sounds delicious. I love smoothies. I have to have one every single day. Love my smoothies.
Good to get it all
Excellent.
in. Yeah, and they have this Mario made a protein powder that is all for gut, brain, heart access also. So it helps your gut and your mind. And this is the first protein powder that I haven't been gassing loaded. I was like, oh
Wow.
gosh, this like they put specific things in it. They're
Hmm.
all science backed and all that, but
Right.
it actually is working. So I'm so thankful that I found something that works for my body
Yeah.
and a plant grown from there.
Right, right. So you're going back to nature, going back to creation, as the good book says, the word of God, the Bible, in the beginning, creation. So excellent. So beautiful. I love your story and so beautiful. So how has that helped your business? How are you implementing this in your business? And obviously holistic wellness, the name of your business kind of says it all, but kind of give us a look, at what that looks like for you in your day to day when you're working with your prospects and your clients. Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, we do Zoom meetings, we do groups, and eventually I want to start doing um, events in person. It would be great to have a circle. I've done different like little drum circles, and I've put booths at fairs and stuff to
Hmm.
just get out there and meet new people right now. So I've done a few of those lately, and just making a community of a safe, secure place to be open to talk about it,
Yeah.
to talk about loss, to talk about it's okay, and to start the process of awareness, just
Yeah.
having that awareness of where you are and
Hmm.
where you want to be
Hmm.
and what you need to do in that moment for yourself.
Right,
So
right.
call
Yeah,
it the three major A's: having that awareness, affirm, and activate a plan. Affirm what's happening and activate a plan to realize, okay, this is where I'm at, and this is where I need to be or want to be, and this is the action steps I need to take to get there.
are beautiful. So the three A's, tell us again: awareness, activation, and what was that? What was that next one?
Awareness, affirm, and
Affirm
activate.
and activate. Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. And so how are you, talk to us about how you are actually finding your prospects and your clients through what you do? Because I can tell that your business is so a part of you through tragedy, which is such a beautiful story. It's such a part of you, so it flows out of you organically, and so it's almost it's effortless for you that I can see because you're so in tune with what you do, which is really what it's all about, um, as business owners and entrepreneurs when we're dealing, finding our avatar, sort of to speak, that our audience, that passion and that gifting, destiny, however you want to term it, you're so in tune with that. And I feel like that is a part of what you offer is for, your clients to be in tune first with themselves, and to deal with some of these root issues and get all of these toxins and negative ions and frequencies and so forth out of them, and replace it with natural plant-based products from the earth. We're made from the earth. And so, we get to live off the land and have what we're made of replenish our body. So it's really interesting to see that mix and that dichotomy come to play. It's very rare. It's very rare. Do you find that what you do is rare, or that for the holistic world, that the regular healthcare, the typical corporate healthcare and what that looks like does not understand the holistic approach? Like, what is your sense on that?
Yes, I definitely think I am different and unique because I'm bringing so many different modalities and tips and tools
Mhm.
for that specific person's needs
Yeah.
that medical field just says, here, take this pill and it's cure all. See you later.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, connecting to different communities and nonprofits now and just putting it out there that you're not alone and there are holistic natural solutions. So I am a discussion leader for Above the Stigma,
Okay.
and they're a nonprofit just helping people get the word out, and it's okay to be vulnerable and talk. And we do different Zooms, and I did a Instagram live last night, just mindful Monday, just be in the
Nice.
moment. And we
Nice.
just a little meditation and movement, and it was good. Just a little 15 minutes to just have that self-care and self-love. You
Mm,
know,
mm,
I
mm.
yeah, I say now that self-care is our superpower. We need
Right.
to take care of ourselves so we can give back and be there for others.
I love that. Self-care, the superpower.
Yeah. And
It's
then I
in
also,
Go ahead.
yeah.
I'm sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
I also speak as an advisor at the Living Well. It's an organization helping women that have been abused by narcissists. So getting
Yeah.
out there and they're it's tough because they have never taken care of themselves. They're
Mhm.
always like working and doing it for everybody else.
Right.
So it's a little harder to get them to no, this is your self-care. You need this for yourself.
Mm.
They don't realize it that they need it, and they need to feel
Right.
so yeah, getting them happy and healthy again is a challenge, but it's good.
Yeah. So how are you breaking through that? How do you break through that realization that, we need to focus on you?
Yeah. So I meet them in a group setting
Mhm.
and then go to one-on-one,
Okay.
one-on-one
Okay.
and actually give them the recommendations because I'm not a professional. This is what I recommend, kind of thing. And see if they're ready. Some people just aren't ready, you
Right.
know?
Right.
They're
Right.
not ready, then it's not going to work. And they have to believe and trust the process.
Right. Right.
Where I'm like,
Awesome. Awesome.
well, if you're ready, let me know. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So share with us, in this next phrase, we're about 35 minutes into our time. Share with us just anything that is on your heart that, you have an audience right now, we're listening, we're watching you. What is on your heart that you want to share? I mean, you've articulated it so well, so beautifully thus far, but I want to give you some rein here and to just kind of just share what's on your heart. What do you really today? What does Amy Arends want the audience to know?
Yeah, I believe no matter what challenging life situations we've been through or what losses we've endured, we're absolutely capable of rising up to find fulfillment in our lives again with
Mhm,
holistic natural solutions.
mhm.
And it's just having that power and that knowledge that to learn more. If you are questioning the three brains, that's good. Ask questions. I want
Right.
to answer your questions and be there for you and just be open and talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. So
Because
tell
there's
us, talk, tell them, how can people, the name of your business, how people can reach you, where they can find you with questions. I mean, I really want our hearers and viewers, however folks are coming to find us today, to know that the guest that we have on today, Amy Arends from Holistic Wellness, has a beautiful testimony. Her business was birthed out of tragedy. She has reinvented tragedy and reinvented herself. And through reinventing herself and that pain point of tragedy has just risen above it, turned tragedy into overcoming, turned it into a business. It's birth now helping people. She's acting as a life coach. She's acting as a grief and loss counselor, trainer, wearing a couple of different hats, and just really coming from a perspective of a holistic approach, doing it naturally, but getting to the root, which is so critical. If so many times, I've served in ministry for some time, and one of the things that we had talked about in ministry was that very same thing of dealing with the root. So many times we are dealing with the fruit, and then we wonder why this thing keeps coming back. Why can't we seem to break through this particular area that has, maybe has accosted us to, and it just keeps coming back, and we seem to conquer it. It comes back, and it's because we're not at the root. And so, I really want to stress just and use this platform to just say kudos to you, Amy, for what you have been able to turn around from tragedy. It's a perfect book, and I'm sure you've heard people tell you, Amy, write a book.
oh,
But
yes,
we
definitely.
we all have a story, and unless we share that story, the good book says, know those whom you labor with, and how the, test turns into a testimony. And we can just go on and on and on about just the overcoming, what that looks like. But everybody's journey is different. And what everybody hears from our journeys, they're going to take away something different. But unless we share our tragedies and how we overcome, we are not able to glean from one another. We're not able to learn from one another. We're not able to hear those hidden treasures and secret and dark places. So I just want to just, really just say kudos to you. Well done. I know you haven't arrived yet, but you've come such a long way through your journey and what you're doing, and continuing to try to help others rediscover themselves, their core, their root, going back to the beginning, creation, plant-based, holistic, healthy way. It just is a pearl to me. It just is rare to me. And so I really just want to honor you today, and your walk and your journey.
Thank you so much. Oh my
So
God.
tell us how we can find you, where folks can, find you, your business again, social media, websites, any of that nature. Talk, give plugs on, the products that you're using. Feel
Okay.
free to share that.
Yeah. So my mother always used to say, live, laugh, love. Always remember to live, laugh, love. So I have live, laugh, love with Amy.com.
All right.
And also I have my Instagram name is Amy's Jet. And through there, you can go to my link tree and I have a free meditation, and it's a grounding gratitude meditation. And I'll send you the link for my three brain webinar. It's about 30
Yes.
minutes, but it is breathing and some stretching and gets more into detail about our three brains. That's
Awesome.
good. And then I have a $10 off your first order when you're ready
Awesome.
to make holistic wellness part of your life.
Yay!
Yeah.
Awesome. That is amazing. I cannot wait to get more into depth into those three brains. My brain is just reeling now of everything like I want to do with that.
Yes.
I was talking to one of my guests on my podcast just yesterday, and I love, interviewing and having people on to use my platform and what I've been blessed with to give other people a platform, as that cross pollination happens organically. And I always get ideas when I'm talking to guests of a training that I need to do. Like, it's just like this revelation just starts to flow and gives me more ideas of trainings I need to do, and areas that I need to talk about, discuss, and really get people to shift their paradigm more and bring more awareness. So thank you for the awareness that you're bringing to me with those three brains. I love it. Love it.
Yes. I love sharing and just giving back. So just people know. You gotta know what's out there.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really hard to find good products. Word of mouth is such a major marketing tool. Word of mouth never dies. Always
Yeah.
is a powerful tool, word of mouth, to really find safe products that work. There's so much in the health market, about probiotics alone. There's so much on the market today with probiotics, and you can really get lost really easily in knowing, like what is the right balance in the probiotics that you need to have, how to identify like those three strands of probiotics. I did not know that.
Yeah. And your body needs it all. Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
Ah,
but stuff like that fascinates me, and my mouth waters like a guy waters over cars and drums and music and sports. That's what I salivate over is just, that whole healthcare arena.
good.
Um,
Love
So
it.
tell us now about oils. You had mentioned oils. How it has oils, why oils, what does oils do for you?
Oh my
There's a whole market alone on oils. We heard of, what is it? Um, Young Living. We've
God.
heard
Yes.
of doTERRA.
Those are the
There's a
top
few.
two. Yeah. Those are the top two that I trust. I
Mhm.
went with Young Living years ago because I went to the farm. I planted lavender. I saw the whole seed to seal process.
Okay.
And I believed and trusted everything. And I went there and I was like, okay, this is real. This is amazing.
Uh-huh.
So just having that energetic, just feeling the vibration when you put it on, and
Mm.
just smelling it going into your brainstem and your amygdala. Like there's so much power into it. And just stopping to take that deep breath is good for anyone to do anytime of the day, especially if you're stressed,
Mhm.
if
Mhm.
anything's going on. And to have those chemical free products too. When I learned about thieves, you know about thieves?
Yes, yes. When I travel internationally before COVID, that is all, myself and my team would travel with as thieves.
And yes, I just love the story. Back to the 15th century, the robbers would put the clove, cinnamon, lemon, eucalyptus, and rosemary on them. They would
Hmm.
rob the people dying with the plague and they wouldn't get sick. So it's like
Mm,
amazing. This is what our immune system needs so we don't get sick. And the cleaner, as a cleaner, that's the only cleaner I have in my house. So it's immunity
mm.
boosting and no toxins and chemicals. I'm like, hallelujah. Finally, like there's something that is amazing that I trust and works.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have the laundry soap, the hand soap, toothpaste. There's the whole line. It's
Yeah. So
amazing.
you're using it in your atmosphere as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, love that. Love that. I like. I like to
Oh,
call that commanding your day, commanding your morning, sort of to speak, because you are making intentional steps, doing intentional things to just really reign your space,
yeah.
really reign over your space and in your environment. Love that.
And that's really when I started making my own products, like
Mm,
deodorant and body wash, because I didn't really, there's so much out there that I was just like, I don't know. Because some
right,
things are like, it says organic and organics like company, but it's not really organics. That's just their name.
right.
Like, oh my gosh, I'm so over this. So I started making my own.
Yeah.
And I make different sprays and roller balls and all that. So I love sharing that too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Just,
amazing. That's
mhm.
amazing. Well, Amy, I just want to thank you for joining us today. I mean, I can't say enough. I do still have another question. You mentioned about affirmations. Talk to
Yeah.
us briefly about the importance of affirmations. I have a colleague
Mm.
and she kind of did a little training on that inner voice and that inner voice and what that inner voice says to you, and doing combat with that inner voice, when you talk to yourself. So talk to us about, these affirmations that you do. What are these affirmations? Why are they so important? Why should people really take a look at affirmations?
Yeah, I feel like it's a daily struggle for people because you always have that negative mindset and just having that awareness to switch it to a positive.
Hmm.
And yeah, some of my favorites are it is safe for me to honor my needs first.
Mm,
And if I can't control the situation, I can control my reaction to it.
okay.
That was like, oh my gosh, that it really
Powerful.
makes me think. Yeah. Um, one of my favorite guys, what was his name? One of a motivational speaker
Hmm.
said, what you think of me is none of my business. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like thinking about that for a while. Like it makes you like go deep. Like, do I really like I don't care? Okay. Like I really need to start working on that because it makes a difference, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's huge. That's powerful.
Yeah. I feel like that it is safe for me to honor my needs first is a big
Mm, mm,
so many it's sad like moms and things they don't have that just 5 minutes to take care of themselves and say it
yeah.
is safe for me to honor my needs first. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think of as you said that, the first thing that comes to mind are, these workaholics that, are just constantly on the go. And that's, kind of the era that we live in where, we're constantly on the go. If you have kids, they're in every sporting event. And, with COVID, that kind of put a halt to all of that. And now that we're coming out of COVID, it's like, okay, how do we get busy again? you know,
Yeah, and then we're
so
just like go go go. Yeah.
yeah.
Another one that I love is I'm worthy of love, kindness, and respect.
Mm,
You know,
mm,
just getting
mm,
back out there with people. It's like, okay, I am worthy of love, kindness, and respect no matter what's going on outside.
absolutely. You got to work your live, love, laugh in there into your affirmations.
Yeah, live, laugh, love every day.
So
Perfect.
tell us, where are you getting your affirmations? Like, how can people, because this is the talking to yourself, but in a positive, uplifting way. To counteract all that negativity and surroundings and getting around people and just the toxins and the whole nine. How do people find affirmations? What would you recommend for people on where to go and who is trustworthy, and what's the process for that?
What I've done over the years, I just go on YouTube. There's different ones like daily affirmations, morning affirmations.
Okay.
I am love, I am grateful, I am powerful. Anything
Mhm.
that resonates to you. Everybody's different. So you just push play. If you don't like the voice or the tone or whatever, go to the next one. There's so much out there.
I like that push play.
If you don't like it, press stop and go to the next one.
So you just find that targeted area. Now you mentioned motivational speakers, which is pretty huge. I do a lot, try to instill that in my routine in the morning as I'm getting up and getting myself ready and thinking and prioritizing of what needs to get done and what I want to accomplish. I'm one of those people that I have to feel like I accomplished and had a successful day, and as far as my to-do list. And if I don't, it's kind of like, this major disappointment. And so I really have to start my day, kind of, for me, it's prayer, having that quiet time, prayer, that alone time that you talked about, some of that, instrumental music and nature, and my little love bug, my four-legged fur baby.
Yeah.
Having him. So different things that we do, and just having some inspirational, motivational. Some share with us some of maybe your motivational folks that you glean from. I know you talked about YouTube, but do you have a particular motivational speaker that you gravitate to?
There's a few spiritualists out there that I've been following. Um, Carrie Samuels, she does meditations and different positive things that she talks about, and she does the monthly forecast of,
Mm,
okay, this is what's going on in like numerology and astrology and all that, and it really correlates to a lot too. It's amazing how it's all connected up in
mhm,
the universe also.
mhm.
um, I really resonate with her. And Tanya Gabrielle, she's always doing videos about numerology and how it's all connected. um, Another one is Boho Beautiful. It's
Okay.
this cute couple. They go around the world to different beautiful beaches and amazing places, and they do
Mhm.
meditations and yogas and just are in the moment, and just really, really inspirational.
Great. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Amy, that's going to wrap it up for us today. I want to thank you again for being such a gracious guest, and so beautiful, humble, and just the healing and just the serenity and peace that oozes from you. I absolutely love it. So thank you for being such a gift that you are. Again, I just honor you. I honor you. I honor you. And everything that you have been through and what you are sharing to make the world a lot more peaceful, aware, back to its roots. And so, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't go away. If you have a few moments, stay with me just for a second. The Dimensional Talent Stream Nation, that is going to do it for us today on August the 10th. Again, our special guest that we had today was Amy Arends from Holistic Wellness. You can find her again on her website. Tell us that website again, Amy, for you.
Live, laugh, love with Amy.
And we can also find you on YouTube, where,
Amy Arends,
and Instagram.
Amy's Jet.
Okay. And so without further ado, that's going to do it for us today. Join me again, Valerie of Dimensional Talent Streams, next week. Also find me on tw3radio.com every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also find me on any social media platform, YouTube, like, subscribe, and follow. That's going to do it for me today. Again, with Amy, my special guest, Arends. Have a great day, everyone. And again, rise and profit.